Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something we all do, and let's be honest, something we all kind of hate: waiting. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? Let's dive into the lost art of finding real presence right there in the pause.
You know the feeling, right? You're stuck in traffic, you're in line at the store, you're waiting for a web page to load. It feels like this dead space, this annoying gap between you and the thing you actually want to be doing. But here's a thought. What if waiting wasn't a waste of time at all? What if it could be an opportunity for something incredible? So, the source material we're exploring today makes a pretty bold claim. It says there's a completely different kind of waiting. It's not about gritting your teeth and just enduring the present until the future finally gets here. No, it's something else entirely. A state of high quality, total alertness. And this, right here, really gets to the heart of it. On one side, you've got our normal, usual waiting. That's us, right? Restless, checking your phones, thinking about what's next. Basically, we're denying the present moment. But then you have alert waiting. This is a total 180. Your focus is completely on the now. You're still, you're calm, you're totally present. It flips our usual habit on its head. This is the key concept, the big idea, alert presence. It's a state of total alertness where all of your attention is right here, in the now. And when they're that present, there's just no room for tension, no room for fear. It's not about zoning out, it's about zoning in. It's this incredibly awake and vibrant stillness. So, what does this actually feel like? Well, imagine that constant background chatter in your mind just goes silent. There's no daydreaming, no thinking about what you should have said yesterday, no worrying about what might happen tomorrow. That mental static we live with, it's gone. And in that silence, you become present with your entire being, literally with every cell in your body. It's not empty. It's a state of deep, focused aliveness. Now, this idea might sound a little out there, but get this. It's ancient. In fact, the source points out that some of the clearest instructions for this are hidden in plain sight, in stories many of us have heard before. For instance, certain parables from Jesus actually use the idea of waiting to teach this very state of consciousness. Okay, let's look at this first one. Picture a servant who's waiting for their master to return. They have no idea when it will be, tonight, tomorrow, any second. So what can they do? They can't just fall asleep or get lost in other tasks. They have to stay awake, alert, poised, and still. They are in a state of high-quality waiting. It's a perfect metaphor for alert presence. All right, let's go a little deeper with a second, more detailed story. This one's about 10 women waiting for a bridegroom to show up for a wedding. Now, 5 of them are called wise, and the other 5 are called careless. And that difference, well, it's everything. So before we get to the punchline, we need the secret decoder key for the story, because the symbols, they don't mean what you think they mean. The oil for the lamps, that's actually a symbol for consciousness. Keeping the lamp burning means staying present. And the bridegroom they're all waiting for, that symbolizes the present moment, the now. The wedding feast, well, that represents enlightenment itself. So what happens? The 5 careless women run out of oil, they run out of consciousness, they get distracted, they stop paying attention, and because they weren't present, they completely missed the arrival of the bridegroom, they missed the now, and they were shut out of the Feast of Enlightenment. Okay, this is where it gets really fascinating. The source argues that this true inner meaning of these stories has been almost totally forgotten over the centuries. We've replaced it with a much more literal, external interpretation. And this isn't a recent mix-up. The claim is that the misinterpretation started happening almost immediately. That even as these stories were first being written down, their deep psychological meaning was already getting warped. And over 2,000 years, well, the real message got buried. So what's the big misunderstanding? For the most part, we've come to believe these stories are about some future event, like the end of the world. But the original esoteric meaning isn't about the world ending. It's about an inner transformation, the end of psychological time. It's about ending our addiction to living in the past and the future. So what does it actually mean to go beyond this psychological time and live in alert presence? This is the real goal, right? It's the whole reason for practicing this kind of waiting in the first place. When you're in this state, the personality you've built up, the you that's defined by all your memories and all your future plans, that starts to fade into the background. But here's the crucial part. Nothing of value is lost. You don't become some blank slate. In fact, it's the opposite. You become more fully yourself than you've ever been. It's about moving beyond the small, anxious ego. And this line from the source just hits the nail on the head. Our true self isn't found in our life story, our accomplishments, or our regrets. It's found right here, in the stillness and the aliveness of this exact moment. It is only in the now that we are truly ourselves. So we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. If the master, or the bridegroom, or now, whatever you want to call it, if that most important thing could arrive at any given moment, are you living with the kind of alert presence you need to even notice? Are you awake enough to open the door?